Hello, everyone. Hello, Team Go Givers. Welcome, beautiful Go Givers. Welcome to our weekly team call. I'm Dr. Erin, Garth's coming, and we have a great call for you tonight. We love to start our weekly team calls with wins. These are 10-second wins where we're just going to pop around the Zoom like popcorn and just share our wins. This might be I got 5 no's. This might be I got a yes. It might be I ranked up. It might be, oh my gosh, I made $1 in my paycheck. Whatever the win is, we want to hear it. So who wants to share first? Make sure to unmute.
I'll say a quick little one as a little bit of a lesson for everyone as well. You'll love to hear this. Do videos. Let me just say, do videos, right, on your social media, because people are watching. So I had a woman yesterday that she commented on my video. You know, sometimes we get friends commenting, "Oh, show me what you got," right? But sometimes you're going to get people that say, "What do you got? What's it all about?" And then half an hour later, I was somewhere else and had an email that said she joined, and then 10 minutes later she ordered. So they're watching. So how exciting is it to put out a little post and get that? They're watching. They're watching. So I love it. Just a little win, but they're the ones that you love the most.
Johnny, who wouldn't watch Johnny all day long? They're watching. Absolutely. I love it. Who wants to go next?
Kim.
I'll go. So we got my second month's matrix bonus for the month, and it doubled than the month prior. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
We were comparing it double. We've only been here, everybody, like 3 months. So we're like, it doubled the first month and then ours doubled the second month. So doubling is great.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's awesome, Kim. Thank you for that.
You're having a beer.
Yeah. Who wants to go next?
Collagen.
Oh, of course.
I'll go next.
Of course.
I'm collagening. Yeah. Susie.
So I was afraid to reach out to a girl in another company who's really high up. And she did say no, but I went out there, sent her a voice text. She was really kind about it. So it was a no, but it was a win for me.
Yes,
that's
Susie,
awesome.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Be unattached to the outcome, everybody.
Yes.
Your job is to see who's open to taking a look. That's it. End of story. She'll remember who shared it with her first, Susie. If she ever wants to remember that, you know. Yay, Susie.
Yes.
And by all accounts, Susie is still alive to tell the story. She did not die. She did not faint. She's alive and kicking. Okay. Yep. Okay, great.
Yep. Didn't die from embarrassment. I'm still here.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Susie.
Who's next? Lindsay, are you talking?
You muted, Lindsay,
okay.
if you are.
Okay. I thought she was talking. Excuse me, Tiffany Lang. Tiffany Lang, calling Tiffany Lang.
Okay,
I'm driving. I'm about to be driving. So I was like, okay, I just have to park real quick. Y'all, I just hit silver like 5 minutes ago. 5 freaking minutes ago. Right before this call. I am so excited I could fly around right now.
That's awesome, Tiffany.
Tiffany,
that's right.
Share why you're so excited.
Oh gosh. Well, I've literally only been here for today's 29 days. So this is a day before tomorrow will be my 1 month here in LiveGood. And what I've been able to do here and what I've been seeing my girls do here in these last 29 days has been more than I was able to do in 3 years in the place that I was in for 5 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Whoa.
That's unbelievable to me. Like, of course you had to ask me that question. Well, make me all emotional.
Thank you.
That's ridiculous. Like, that is ridiculous. And that does not happen in places. It just doesn't happen. So
Up
There-
until now,
yeah.
up until now.
Up until now, that's right, girlfriend. That's right.
Tiffany, we're celebrating you. You look great in silver. I think Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay, you unmuted there for a minute. Did you have a win you'd wanted to share? Lindsay Stewart?
Hey guys, sorry, yes I did. How is everyone?
Hi, Lindsay.
Good?
Yes.
What's your win you want to share?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, can you hear us?
Hi, I just wanted to say,
Oh, I think she locked
would
up.
be the attention that we're all getting, and I think the love that's in this group, I think is incredible, and it's never been seen in another team before.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
makes me happy.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay.
We just call it love marketing here.
I think yeah. Sorry, I was cutting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. I
Thank
think
you, Lindsay.
Yep. Thank you for that share. And yeah, it's absolutely a win. The fun and the love and the support we've got here with this team. So absolutely. Anyone else have one? Donovan, I see you unmuted. Did you want to share something? No.
Okay. If you are new, if you're brand new to the team this week, would you drop the word new in the chat? We would love to welcome you to the team. Okay. So we've got a treat in store for you tonight. We get to hear from Johnny and Kim, which is just going to be amazing. Welcome, Kathy. Welcome, Digital Alchemist Studio. Oh my gosh.
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, announcements. Any announcements that anyone wants to share? So the big announcement this week was, they launched the energy and sleep patches.
Yep.
There are companies out there that make $1 billion just selling patches. So who do you know? We can't wait to try them. In our 10 years in this industry, we've been in a lot of health and wellness companies, and the ingredients in these patches are the ingredients that were in all of the hero products of our past companies. I mean, whatever is a good product to have for sleep, it is in our ingredient list. So here's what I want to say, and maybe you've experienced this week with the collagen, but when the industry has been in a product-based company, in product-based companies have been network marketing for the last 90 years. The only thing that we could kind of bring to the table as our unique value proposition was, my product's better than your product. And so you'll notice, and I've noticed, a lot of people are in product wars right now, and they're being the product police. And we have to grace them through that because that's the only thing they know. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's the only thing they know. But just because someone wants to engage in product wars with you doesn't mean you have to. What you can simply do is you can say, I'm not the expert on every ingredient and every product. Take a look at our website and you can pull up the ingredient list right there. Yep. I trust the science. So I say that a lot. I trust the science. If you want to learn 45 minutes about these patches, go and watch our YouTube channel, our link on the ingredient, because here's again, remember, from a business standpoint, whatever you do has to duplicate. So if someone's watching you, the one question they're asking you themselves is, could I do what she does? Mm-hmm. And the second you have to be a product expert, guess what? That sounds like a job for a lot of people. Or it sounds like I could never do that. I could never learn. And if they're going to have 200 products, I certainly cannot learn 200 products. So what are we doing in LiveGood? We are pointing to the tools. We are pointing to the tools. That's all we do. You got to be the message, not the messenger, not the message.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter what in network marketing. It matters what duplicates. You got to get out of your own way and you got to point to a tool. Yeah. Anyone else want to share anything about that before the product wars are going on. And it's like, this is the facts. This is the data and this is the price. Would you like to try some?
And just real quick on that too, not only that, but with a 90-day money-back guarantee, the fact that the prices are so low, I've had this conversation with people. It's like, hey, these are $15. 90-day money back guarantee. Get them, try them for yourself. If it doesn't work, get your money back. It's not like they're buying $100 patches and you're just like, oh my gosh, that's really expensive for me to try. Okay, $15. Try it. You don't like it, get your money back.
Love it. All right. We are going to hear about prospecting like a pro from Kim Pitton and Johnny DeMoss. I don't know. DeMoss? Is that how I was supposed to say it, Johnny?
Demos.
DeMoss.
DeMoss?
Demos. Johnny Demos.
Yeah.
Johnny Diamond.
Okay.
Oh, that's got a good ring too.
Combined, these two have 87 years of experience in the industry. Just kidding. They have a lot of years in the industry. Okay. Kim was at the top six-figure earner, top coach for Bob Proctor. She's an absolute genius when it comes to business and systems and prospecting. Johnny has been in for 17 years, has a team of over 1,000 people in a few short months. Johnny, I mean, get your pens and paper out and we are ready. Give us all the goodness. Thank you so much for training.
Take it away,
thanks. Thank you, lovely people. I love this group, man. I just do, more than I ever have anything else. Anyway, that's another story. Prospecting, my God, this, you know what? We've got something. Let me just start off by saying, I think one leads into another. This is such an incredible conversation to have with people. It goes without saying, and I think I have to say it again and again. I look up at my board of all my people, and I look at so many amazing achievements and leaders that are just crushing it. But there's a bunch in there always. It's just the numbers that are doing nothing. And I feel for them because you can only do so much, right? I can't drag them to to go and get their 2 and 4, whatever. Some people just don't see what we see. We've got a conversation here that you can't get anywhere else, but you have to believe that, because if you don't believe it, you won't do anything. See how one thing leads to the prospecting. So we'll get there in a second, but you need to get past, like Dr. Aaron and Garth said, you need to get out of your own way. Stop trying to find something wrong with it or that it's so difficult. I know that personalities are different and some are going to be more out there and feel comfortable with reaching out. But you know what? If you're nervous about reaching out, just text, hide behind your computer and just, send some messages. It's not that hard. And all of a sudden, somebody responded. What do I do now? Good. Come to us and we'll happily support you with what to do now. But you got to do the do. You got to do the do. And sometimes it's whatever. Sometimes it's belief. I don't really think this is going to be the one. Or is it? Well, how is this any different? It's just such an easier conversation. It really is. I mean, my business is exploding. Yes, because I believe that this is definitely the one, but I'm doing the work. I just am. I have to show up, whether I like it or not. I won't go to bed unless I do my messages, unless I reach out to 40 or 50 people, whatever your goal is. It could be 20, it could be 30. Doesn't matter if somebody else is doing 60. You do what you got to do, but you have to show up. You just have to. You can't, it's you can't do it sometimes. It's part-time, but it's not sometimes. I'll do it, whenever I feel like it. But prospecting, you need to figure out, who do I want to, first let's talk about warm market. Okay. There's the people around you that are close to you, friends, family, whatever. Now, some don't want to go there, but they are the easiest, they are the easiest fruit to pick, right? So, I mean, the language that I would normally use for those sorts of people, firstly, you have to come with excitement. You just have to be excited and reach out and say, Garth, oh my God, I found, it doesn't really matter. The language that you use, you can change so much of this. It doesn't matter. It's your energy that's going to get Garth saying, oh my God, okay, I'll have a look. And all I would say is, Garth, stop everything that you're doing. I found a company, think Amazon 25 years ago. It's a membership club, $10 a month, and it's gone viral. I've got a 5-minute video. When can you see it? So it doesn't matter what combination of words you use there, as long as that message is similar. But I found something. You've got to see it. So with that energy, somebody that knows, likes, and trusts you, they're gonna watch the video. So that's friends and family, I would always approach in that way, always. Now, I spend much of my time on social media, in groups. I'll also, I send messages, whether it's voice notes or if I'm tired, if my voice has had enough, I'll just make my little messages and I'll put a couple of little scripts that I use in here in the chat as well, so you guys can use as well. But I just jump into groups. I'll go to networking groups. I'll go to health and wellness groups, wherever you feel comfortable. If you want to talk about a CBD product and you're in the US, for example, get into some of these groups and just watch. And you could post put a little post in there and say something like, what's your biggest challenge with CBD at the moment? I promise you're going to get a bunch of people that say it's so expensive, things like that. And then you have an opportunity to jump in someone's private DMs and start a conversation. Dr. Aaron, I've noticed your message earlier in the chat in the group that we're a part of, that one of your challenges is CBD being so expensive. You can automatically start a conversation there about, look, would you be open to taking a look at something that's $18? So it's all conversation starting no matter what. I mean, for me, look, I like to target entrepreneurs and coaches and network marketers, etc. So my messaging is always towards them. But try and get uncomfortable and do some videos. I know it's going to get you a little bit uncomfortable, but believe me, people are watching, and it's fantastic because you want to build you as a brand as well, as somebody that someone's going to look at and say, wow, that's a fantastic video. And they start engaging in your content, commenting, even if they like, and that gives you an opportunity to go in and start a conversation, so it's always going to be about starting as many conversations as you can. Now, with the look, I love to send messages out, and my messages might be, something like, hey, Dr. Aaron, it's Johnny here. Look, I know we really don't know each other. We've got a bunch of people on social media that we have in common, and the whole entrepreneurial journey. But you know what? I just wanted to reach out to you in the nicest, friendliest possible way that only I know how. And right? Because I had something to share with you that's really important. And then you just start with just a little bit. I happen to be involved in the first of its kind membership club in network marketing, and it's gone viral. And I've got a 5-minute video that I'd love for you to have a look at if you're open. Would you mind if I? So when they hear the voice builds a bit of a relationship too, right? Instead of just a cold message where some people might say, "Oh, stop spamming me." But the voice, I get so many responses back saying, it could be anything from, Johnny, you know what? I'm not looking, but your message was so friendly and fantastic. I'll have a look at what you got. And I had one last night who said to me, Johnny, I am married to my business, but you know what? Your message was so friendly that I will have a look at what you got. And then he sent me, I woke up this morning to a message that said, what do I have to do? What's next? Is it really $10 a month? So I thought, okay, I got you. So it just, whatever you do, you need to just get out your content, your videos, but you got to reach out. You really do. You need to send those messages as much as you can, but think about who it is that you want to reach out to. Is it health and wellness people? Is it coaches? Is it Dr. Aaron's, whatever? But you got to send those messages out. I love to use voice, and I think you'll find that if you start to use your voice, people will respond because it sounds fantastic. But and I always use Messenger. Remember, with Messenger, typically I'll probably max it out to about 59 messages for the day, breaking it up, 20, something like that. And every 10 or 15 messages, I'll change the opening line. So if my opening line says, hey, Dr. Aaron, it's Johnny here, just reaching out to you, whatever, I'll change that. Instead of the hey, Dr. Aaron, I might say, g'day from Australia or whatever it might be. Just change it around, and the algorithm lets you stretch it out just that little bit more. But that's what I do. And I'll get, usually it's about 59. I think I've had that twice happen to me. Then on the 60th, it said, no, can't send, you're gone. But if that happens and you're in Facebook jail for 24 hours, it doesn't matter. Just leave it there. and they go do something, another form of activity, maybe do some videos or, you know, whatever. But I jump on Instagram. And if you jump on Instagram, go to the little search, put in whatever your search is, whether it's network marketers, whether it's isogenics, whether it's a specific name of a company, or you know, coaching, whatever. So if it's going to be a company, like, you know, recently there was some word about, you know, one of the companies, and go and put that in. So you put that in the search, then you click on the little hashtag, and all the little, a bunch of posts come up from that include that hashtag, which means that they're probably going to be in that audience that you're looking for. And I just message them. I just message them with a nice little friendly message, and yes, they may not see it, just like they might not in Messenger as well, but eventually they do. I mean, I get messages now for responses from messages that I sent 2 months ago, and that's okay too. But because I was consistent enough over that period of time, it's just a little even flow of people coming into my inbox saying, okay, Johnny, what you got? And then I'll have a look at when I sent them. Oh, wow, in June. Wow, April, or maybe it was last week. But those two platforms have been fantastic. TikTok is a totally different monster. You know, for those of you that are familiar with it, there's plenty going on out there. It takes a lot of work. You need to be posting on TikTok consistently, you know, 3-4 times a day, whether that be funny videos like Reels with your link in there, or, you know, in bio, or it could be just you doing a simple video, a message to say, hey, I've got to tell you this, I've never seen anything like it, blah, 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 right? I found this exciting opportunity, membership club. And if you go to TikTok and put in LiveGood, you'll see get an idea of a million different ideas of what they do with videos. But that's a totally different ball game. But Instagram and Messenger for sure, and just getting as many messages out as possible, and just tweak it. Always have, I mean, we've got scripts in the Facebook group, so many that you can start using. So there's never a shortage of, you just got to get resourceful. It's not a matter of, you know, of resources. Everything's here. You just gotta do, you know. But what else was I going to say? The groups. The other thing that's really, really important is you've got to look. And look, this is not a social media training, but I guess everything comes into prospecting as well. It's all linked. But have a look at your social media. You need to look at your profile and say to yourself, would I want to do business with me? Because the first thing that somebody's going to do when you reach out to them, the first thing they'll do is they'll look you up on, they'll check out your social media. Who is this person? Dr. Aaron, okay, impressive. You know, somebody else that I've had people reach out to me, I can't even see their face on social media because they've got a picture of their dog or their kids. Cute kids, cute dog. But you know what? We're in network marketing. Social media is your most important tool. So you need to change it up. Put a nice close photo of yourself. Fantastic. In your cover photo, doesn't have to be business related. It could be your family. That's fine. But your photo has to be you. And your message in your bio is important. Now, put your link in there if you want to. I mean, look, doesn't matter what I do, but you know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'd rather people reach out to me. But your social media is important. So take note of when you get onto social media and it says your suggested friends. At a glance, I can see, I mean, automatically somebody comes up and says suggested friends, friends with Dr. Aaron, friends with whatever. Now, I won't necessarily click on, you know, request a friend when they have someone that I know, you know, in my business, like Dr. Aaron or Kim, because I'm running out of people on my social media too. I'm getting close to 5,000. So I want to make sure that I'm clever with, you know, bringing new people into the business that I could potentially prospect, right? So I'll spend my time going through my social media, looking at friends, but I'll search for let's say friends in US. At the moment, I'm targeting the US market. So I will search friends in US. I've got the list opened up, and I'll just go through one by one. And depending who they are, if they seem important enough, a leader, perhaps in another company, then I'll use a voice note, because voice notes are important. And with a bit of posture and enthusiasm and energy, I'll say, Dr. Aaron, it's Johnny here. My God, we haven't connected for so long. I know I can see you're smashing it wherever you are. I can't see. I actually say to them, I can't assume that how things that might be going in your business, but I do need to reach out to you. I really hope you don't mind, in the nicest, friendliest way. I use that little line in the nicest, friendliest way because people must love to hear it, and they don't get upset with me when they hear a cold message. If it's cold, if they're a friend, it's not so cold. But I'll reach out to friends, and then another day I might go to something else. So if I'm in a networking group, for example, I'll go to the members section and then go to friends, members with things in common. Members with things in common. There's a bunch of people there that you probably have, 10, 20, 30 people in common as well. And I'll target them. I'll send them a little message, maybe a voice, look, the voice messages take longer. So you're going to do less of those, but the quality is going to be better. But if you can't be bothered, if you're feeling a little bit lazy, at least send out 20, 30 of those messages, text, right? Because they work. They just work. It doesn't matter. You might do 40 messages today and nobody responds. You can't say, that's it, I'm done. I'll be back next week because I've had enough because nobody responded. You can't. I mean, who cares if you send out 50 messages today and you get 3 responding to your message, and one joins you? Was that worth it? That the 50 messages and you get one that joins you? You just got to do it. You got to do the do. You just can't. I remember being in network marketing companies over the years, and they would promote, reach out to one person a day. At least do that. I mean, come on. Are we going down here to start building a business, or are we serious about building a business? Now, not everybody has to go diamond, but get to bronze, get to silver. Congratulations to Tiffany. That's amazing. Just an hour ago going silver. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. But until you get to those little ranks, the belief might not be there. So you get burnt when you do 30 messages and nobody responds. I've got someone who's in my team. She's not on here right now, but she sends me messages of, I'm on 50 a day, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you champion. You've got the mindset right. You just got to reach out. Where to reach out, believe me, is not the problem. So me telling you that go to friends and family, or go to some groups, go to some networking, build your friends list, that's not the problem. Believe me, there's enough training in this amazing group that Dr. Aaron and Kim have developed, and Garth as well. I can't take any credit, but there's enough in there for you to know where to go. So that's why we thought that today was important, not only to talk about the prospecting, but for Kim to have a chat about this, because what's going on in these little few inches in here is the reason why you're not that bronze or you're not that silver yet. It's not what I'm doing, what I'm saying. It's what you're believing. I'm telling you, without a doubt, it's not, oh yeah, but I'm not sure. I really need to watch that video with Johnny to see. I've got to watch it again to see where he gets those people. It's not about that. It's not about that. I mean, I don't really care. I don't have a strategy of where I'll find them anywhere. So I'll just turn on social media and I'm just going to go there. It doesn't matter where you go. It's showing up consistently to do that. It's really, it's doing the do. That's all it is. It's saying, you know what? I don't care if I've got the full-time job. I don't care if come home and spend that 1 hour, 2 hours on the toilet doing whatever. I'm sorry, just, anywhere you are, you've got to find the little moments of time in your day and just send 5 messages, 3 messages. Oh, that felt great. Kids, it's time for bed. In between all the stuff that you're doing, that's what it is. Prospecting is just, yes, there are some little, cool techniques of where to go and what to say. But once you've got that, what then? You've got that. I mean, I'll put a couple of scripts while Kim's chatting. I'll put a couple of little scripts in the chat that I send out. It's really short, and you can change it around to make it feel comfortable for you. And you just reach out. Sometimes you're going to be uncomfortable talking to people live out in the street. I mean, if I was impressed with a waitress or a waiter at the restaurant, I tell you what, I would pull them aside, say, here's $50 just to shock them, because it's a blessing day, for a tip. And I would say, you know what, I've got something amazing that I do that I think you would be fantastic at. Give me your email address, or phone number. But not everybody's going to be comfortable in doing that. That's okay. We can hide behind social media and a computer, but do that. Do that. Show up. That's the key. But that's the real that's all I've really got today as far as little I mean, it ends up being a mindset thing, which is something that I love to talk about, because at the end of the day, it really is about that. It's not the what. It's not the what. It's the what's in here and here. So and we can talk about that all day, but I don't want to take away from Kim. Sorry for going a little bit too long, but I love this topic. I really do. And I love you guys. All I want to do is see you succeed. Seriously.
Thanks, Johnny. Those were some pro prospecting tips. So yeah, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into, why don't we get into the habit of prospecting? Or maybe why, like, what's really blocking us from leveling up our prospecting game? Like, maybe you're already in the habit of doing it, you got your feet wet, things are going great, but you're really ready to grow. So we're going to use the chat here. So I want you to get your fingers ready, or you're texting, or where, if you're on your phone or your computer, and get ready to answer a few questions that I have for you. So first question is, can we all agree that we want to grow our business? Yes or no? I hope to see a whole bunch of guesses. Otherwise, why are you here? So there's a couple of guesses. Okay, a couple more. Let's go. Like, we're gonna be using the chat here. So I want us to all participate. All hands on deck. All right, there we go. Love it. Okay, so my next question is, what is the first thought or feeling that comes to mind when I say the word prospecting? What is the first? Not what you think we want to hear. It's what's, like, be honest here. What's the first thing? What's the first thought? What's the first feeling? When I say you got to go out and prospect, what's the trigger? What's coming up for you? Be honest. Super honesty is important here. All right, so I saw scared, looking, exciting, talking to strangers, cold calling. Okay. What's the first thought or feeling that comes to mind when I say sales or selling? What's the first thought or feeling that comes up for you when I say sales or selling? Nervous, run away, nervous, excited, not skilled, so not good enough. Okay, what about reach outs and rank advancements? Like, you see where I'm going here? Is these key words, is what are you associating your thoughts and your feelings to those words? Because this is a direct reflection of the results that you're currently getting. A direct reflection. Like, especially if you come from the industry and you've had negative experiences, right? If you've had nothing but negative experiences in your past network marketing companies or businesses that you've run, like, it can literally block you from taking any action, if not more action, right? So yes or no, can we all agree that prospecting is a habit? It's a habit to form. It's taking an action, right? Yes, okay, good. So I want to know, what is the biggest block? Like, what is the biggest thing holding you back from forming the habit of prospecting? Be really honest here. What is the thing that's holding you back? What is the block that is either completely, like, you're not at all doing prospecting, or maybe you're doing a little bit of it and you know that you could be a little bit more consistent with it, or maybe you are consistent, but it's time to level up your game. Like, what is, we all have something. So what is it that's holding you back or blocking you from that? Getting tongue-tied. Takes a lot of my energy to do it, especially the voice memos. I don't want to sound spammy. So what's really cool here to kind of witness, and that's why I wanted all hands on deck and participation, is that we all have different answers, right? Because we all have unique past experiences that has formed the way that we think, the way that we feel, and the way that we believe, not knowing everything. Yes, I don't know enough. Gotta love that fear. So it takes, we all heard this, right? It takes 21 days to form or break a habit. Do we know why it takes 21 days to form or break a habit? It's the new connections in the brain that form. It's neural pathways. It's breaking off the old neural pathways and building new ones. That doesn't happen in a day. Our whole bodies are freaking amazing, but our brains are just incredible. Absolutely incredible. But it takes time, right? And the stronger the negative belief or the negative pattern or program, the harder it is to break it. So it actually might take longer than 21 days. So if you have like the worst negative experience over and over and over again, which I know a lot of us have from being in the industry and trying all kinds of different opportunities, it's a thick bond, right? And it takes something to break it. It really does. You cannot, it is delusional to think that you're just going to form the habit of prospecting. It's completely delusional if you've never done it before, or you have like a really horrific past experience, right? Like willpower never ever works. Force never ever ever works. But we've got to understand something that of what causes us to take action, what causes us to form the habit of prospecting. It's that we don't understand, or we're never really taught. Like we're taught what to do, we're taught what habits to form. We're like literally we have everything for you that you need, step by step, word for word, right? The complete breakdown. It is as simple as we possibly could make it. But it's important to know what leads up to us taking action, and it's our thoughts and our mental programming plus our emotions. So your thoughts lead to your feelings. When you have a thought, it's going to lead to an emotion, some sort of energy that your body is vibrating at, and that is going to lead to action. So just like if you're hungry and you want to go to the kitchen to grab something to eat, you have to think about it first. And then you start to feel, what do I feel like eating? And then when you decide what you feel like eating, you go and take the action, right? So it's the same thing with your business. You have to have the thought plus the feeling plus the action, but they all have to align. So you can't have all these negative thoughts about prospecting. And that's why I wanted you to be honest about what's the thought and the feeling. Because if those are all negative, then you're literally blocking the energy flow to go and take the action. And even if you do go and take the action, but it's all negative all up in here, you're going to get negative results. And that doesn't feel good. That's going to completely make you feel like a failure and totally defeated, right? It all has to align, but we've got to understand your thoughts plus your feelings plus your actions equal your results. It's not just your actions. So I love when Johnny was talking about it's your belief, it's your energy. It's not just what you say or what you do. You could completely mess up your words. But if you have the like unshakable belief and the emotion and the enthusiasm and the energy, that's the 95%. Some people say it's the 80. I say it's the 95. Like it's almost everything. So we get so hung up on saying the perfect words or stumbling on our words, or I don't know what to say. I got to be perfect. I'm not good enough, right? But the real work is getting your beliefs and your thoughts in alignment with the results that you want to have, right? So do you want to change the beliefs around? I want to know in the chat, because I can't force you to change your belief. In fact, when Johnny was talking, how many of you were starting to get triggered? How many of you were already, that thinker was already going, you're like, I can't be like Johnny. I'm not like Johnny. It just comes naturally to Johnny. Well, I don't have enough time in the day to send out all those messages. 59 messages. Are you kidding me? Like, be honest in the chat. Like, how many of you are like, it was already firing up in there. And those beliefs were coming in hot and heavy. They were coming in so loud. And so that automatically gives you the reasoning as to why I shouldn't prospect or why I shouldn't be like Johnny, for example. Nobody wants you to be like Johnny. We want you to be like you, right? So do you want to change some of those beliefs so that you can grow your business? We're all here to grow our business, and action alone will not do it. So we've got to be willing and open to change our beliefs around. And that's not an easy task for some people. Again, it just depends on how programmed. I mean, it starts from 0 years old. That's when our mental programming starts to form. And so society, your parents, your guardians, school, teachers, the books you read, the movies, everything is forming, and it's not forming to be positive. Let me tell you that. We all have negative belief systems. It's a matter of, do you want to become aware of what they are, and do you want to actually change them so that you can grow your business, better your life, be happier, be more peaceful, have less stress, right? All those things are a direct reflection. So how do we change it? We have to become aware. You have to slow down the tinker, which sometimes we can't do, but it's more or less just listen. Just sit there and listen for 5 minutes. I guarantee you, most of you can't even handle the thoughts that are going on in there. That's why we try to distract ourselves, right? So become aware of the negative beliefs, write them all down. There's a lot, like there's thousands and thousands of beliefs in there, but start writing down the main ones that are directly reflected to prospecting, the habit of prospecting. Become aware and realize that that's not who you really are. Some of you say, oh, well, I don't like the video. Oh, I'm such an introvert. Oh, right? I'm not good at texting. Those are all beliefs that you're carrying. That's not really who you are. That's just an idea that you adopted as your truth. Somebody gave it to you. So I always asked, when I was in coaching with my clients, I always ask them, does that make you feel good? Does that belief that you're carrying make you feel good? Does it make you feel good to say to yourself, I'm not good at doing videos? Does it make you feel good to say that I don't know enough to say the right things? If the answer is no, then it's not serving you. It's not serving you. So you can drop it just as easily as we can pick up a new belief. Sometimes we need a little jab in the heart of, you can drop it too. It's a decision. It really is a decision. But there's things that we do to really implement a new belief. Okay. So just recognize that all these beliefs that you have, every single one of them, positive and negative, it's just a story. It's just a construct that you've formed for many, many, many years based on what other people told you, who you were. This is how we do things in our family. This is what it means to be rich. This is what it means to have a lot of goals and dreams and ambitions, whether it's positive or negative. But you get to choose the beliefs that you carry. Like, you literally have the power to choose that. Like, can we all agree? Like, we're done with giving our power away, which is choosing to carry negative beliefs that don't serve us anymore. And this goes for all areas of our life. You get to choose a new belief. You get to choose to say to yourself, I love connecting to so many amazing humans every single day. Prospecting is so much fun. So much fun. And it's so effortless for me. And people are joining my team every single day. You can choose to believe that new leads flood into your inbox. Every single morning when you wake up, there's new leads in your inbox. New leads flow to me effortlessly, and this is so much fun. I attract new runners on my team every single day, and people say yes to me. You get to choose your belief. And if you don't know what your beliefs are, look at your results. It's a direct reflection. So can you agree that if you adopted those beliefs that I just listed out, that your results would change? If you truly, like, in your subconscious mind, like, this is your automatic pilot of your mind, if you truly adopted it as your truth, do you not think your results would start to change? Because you're going to show up different. Your energy is going to be different. Your confidence is going to be skyrocketed. Your like your results. This is the biggest, like it's tough love, but your results are a direct reflection of the beliefs you carry. So, I mean, for me, with my coaching clients, they couldn't ever lie to me. They couldn't lie because I'd be like, what's your results? And if the results didn't grow or if they didn't change, I'd be like, then you're still carrying those beliefs. And it's not to say you're not good enough. It's just to help them get honest with themselves, right? And so how do we change these beliefs? Well, I mean, there's two ways. One is an emotional impact, which is often very negative. Two is your free will, which we all have, right? And that's repetition of new thought. Constant spaced repetition. How did those beliefs get in there in the first place? Through repetition. How do we loosen those up and replace them? Through repetition of a new belief, of a new thought. If you said even one of those new beliefs or affirmations that I just listed out, if you wrote those out if you wrote out one or two of them every single day 100 times, give it 30 days. And watch your results transform. I promise you. It's a good challenge to yourself. You can also affirm a command. So if you tend to sleep in and you're like, okay, if I just woke up an hour earlier, I could get my prospecting done, I could message my people, and then I could be done for the day. If that's something you want to adopt for yourself, give yourself a command. I wake up by 8 a.m. every single day and I reach out to my 25 new people. That is an affirmation, but it's also a command, meaning you're literally commanding your subconscious mind what you want it to do with the right energy and with the right attitude. If you repeat that 100 times, if you write it out or you listen to it on loop, which the Think Up app is a great app you get 3 free affirmations. You can have your earplugs in, listen to your 3 affirmations on loop all day long. I promise you, you're hypnotizing yourself, you're brainwashing yourself, but for the positive, right? So that's the biggest thing that I wanted to say about prospecting, but in terms of the mindset, because nothing else matters. Like the action truly won't happen if you cannot dig into your beliefs a little bit and understand. You don't need to understand where they came from, or you don't need to blame anybody for those beliefs, because I know we tend to do that. But this really is about standing in your power and knowing that you have the control here. We all like control. You have the control. You truly, truly do. This is not dependent on anyone outside of you. If you believe that it's hard to find people, you will get that. Could you not, when you listen to Johnny, could you not get the belief in that's like oozing out of him that there's prospects everywhere? It was so clear. It was so evident, right? Could you not get from him that it's so easy to approach people and connect with people? Those are his beliefs, and he may not have had them. I don't know his story, but he may not have had them before. But through, sometimes forcing yourself to do the action, but say your affirmations, and I promise you won't have so much resistance. We got to remove the resistance, and you can do that through intentionally reprogramming those belief systems. So that's what I wanted to say in terms of mindset and prospecting like a pro. But I do want to open it up. So if you have any questions for myself or Johnny in terms of prospecting, so let's keep it pretty close-knit to prospecting, and we can answer some questions. Dr. Erin.
I have a question. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Is posting prospecting? Is posting a story or a reel prospecting?
No. Like for me, I think it's a lead generation tool, but the prospecting would be to take all the comments and all the likes and loves and acknowledgements and then take it into the inbox to prospect them. That's my belief around it.
And the other thing is as well, there's 2 things. There's prospecting and there's marketing.
Yep.
Marketing is something that you do, that you put out there, that hopefully opens some eyeballs and gets somebody reaching out to you. That's marketing, right? That's what we learned in attraction marketing. It's the things that you do, the videos, the posts, whatever. people come to you. You can't rely on, oh, that's it, I'll put up a post today, they're all going to come like a herd of elephants to. No, they won't. I'll do my marketing because that's just drip feeding, building a brand, doing whatever. But on this side, I've got a prospect. I'm coming to you, baby. I'm not waiting for you to come to me. I'm coming to you. I'm going to get into your inbox. I'm going to get into your ear. I don't care. But I think one of the things that, thanks, Kim, that was beautiful. And it's so true. It's a topic that can go on forever, because the only reason anything happens in our life or doesn't happen, whether it's if you're happy, you're overweight, you're whatever, it's all here. It's all here. It's what you believe. It's the little stories you're telling yourself every single morning. It's the alarm clock. Now I'll sleep another half an hour. Rubbish. You've got to keep the promises you make to yourself, because if you don't, guess what? You think that slamming the alarm clock or not going to the gym or not doing those prospecting calls that you said you were going to do, you think that's okay. I'll do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Nobody knows. Rubbish. You know. And because you know, you not keeping those promises to yourself, you take a hit. Your self-esteem takes a hit every single time. So when you start a new company or you make a prospecting call, you're going to come across at a different vibration to me, who believes 100% I'm there. I'm going to get you into my business, compared to someone that might be there saying, I don't even know if this is going to work, this thing. Oh, by the way, would you be interested to looking at what I've got? So that belief it comes across. They'll never join you. Not only that, they might prospect you, and all of a sudden you find that, oh, how am I looking at their business all of a sudden? You know what I mean? So it's everything. But I show up like it's a job. I show up like it's a job. If I don't show up and do those 50 calls or do whatever, I'm going to get the sack. I'm going to get fired. That's how I treat it, and it makes a difference. But what happens, you know what it is? You get better. You just get better. I remember having a script in front of me, and I'll be there going, "Hey Tiffany, how are you going? It's Johnny here. Just sending you a little random but important message. I hope you're well." And then I found, after doing that for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, again and again and again and again, I don't need any script. I'm walking around the house saying, "Hey Tiffany, how you going? Listen, this is Johnny here. Just sending you a nice little random message. I hope you don't mind." The inflection changes everything, and they can hear it in my voice. "I hope my message finds you well and fantastic and legendary for today. Listen, I just want to reach out to you in the nicest way." They hear that in my voice. They hear the friendliness and the whatever. You get better. That's my point. I didn't want to rave on, but there's so much that I want to say. But you just get better. And when you get better, your confidence goes up. When your confidence goes up, you start recruiting. People are joining you. And when that happens, you start ranking up. And when that happens, you get posture. When that happens, you're on a call with somebody and they've got nowhere to go except join you because they believe you. Oh my God, it's just, it's everything. It's everything. Sorry. And remember, all the superstars started with, "I don't even know how to do this thing. I don't even know who to do. You know what I mean? They all did, but they had to go through and never compare your what is it? Someone's
your chapter 10 with your chapter 1.
Chapter's the word I was looking. Your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 30. Oh my God, they went through the trenches. And anyway, I just had to share that. Sorry.
So good. The other thing too I want to add lastly is another way to build your belief is to stay plugged in. So there's a reason why we run these trainings every single Wednesday. There's a reason why corporate has a Thursday night cutoff call and a Friday fire starter Friday, whatever it's called, right? And you might go on those and think, wow, they're really repetitive. Like they say the same things every single week. Do you know why they do that? Do you know why? What did I just say about how do we change beliefs? Repetition of the same thing. Literally, when they're communicating or we're communicating, we're also exchanging energy with you, right? We're giving you our belief. We're like pouring our energy out, and our bodies are a transmitter and a receiver. You're receiving our energy. That's doing something unconsciously. You won't be aware of what's happening, but when you continue to show up, you're changing your belief system. So that's the other thing I wanted to add as well. And that's it.
All right. Any last chance for any questions?
Yes,
Yes,
go ahead,
Tiffany. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I've been sitting in my car in a parking lot listening to this whole call. One of the things I wanted to share is, well, two things real quick. I'll try and keep this as quick as I can. First of all, I don't know how many people here have come from other places, but I did. And I, over this last month, have had to fight my own brain on many occasions to teach myself that what this is not that. And I think that's big to even say, because for me, and I put this in the chat earlier, where I came from when I was prospecting, and y'all, this is not new. Like, this is the stuff that you learn in any company. Prospecting is not a new like thing to do. This is the same thing you would hear anywhere else. The difference is what you have.
Yes.
That's the difference. And so when I would prospect where I was before, I knew that next month I'm going to have to convince that person to spend $180 to do it all over again. And I knew that the month after that. And so in my approaches and in my voice, there was still that undercurrent of trepidation, because I knew next month I'm going to have to ask Sally to dig into her wallet, and we're going to spend 45 minutes on the phone what she's going to buy so she sticks around. Know what you have here, because that doesn't exist here. That's number one. Number two, the other thing I was going to share is, when you are sending an approach, be it written or a voice memo, talk about what you're not asking them for first. What I'm not going to ask you for is to do this, right? Instead of saying, this is what I'm asking you to do, tell them what you don't. I'm not going to ask you to give anything up. I'm not going to ask you to reach into your wallet and pull out $200. I'm not going to ask, you know what I mean? Like, list it out. Write it on a post-it note and put it on your computer. Here's the things that I don't want you to do. The things I'm not going to ask of you. Let that lead first, because when people know that you're not asking them to do what everybody else who's in their DMs is asking them to do, that's incredibly powerful. Know what you have. That's what I want to share.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Oh, that's awesome, Tiffany. Thank you.
Wow. I want to end this call with one thing. If you're all able to get on your video, that would be amazing. And if you're able to unmute, do that. And I'm going to say something. I want to see if you are willing to take the pledge.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Raise your right hand with me. You don't have to repeat it if it's not something you're willing to repeat, but I want you to repeat if it's true for you. I am willing for this to be easy. Go. I am willing for this to be easy. Let's say the Go Givers pledge again. I am willing for this to be easy. I cannot burn into your brains. If you cannot get over complicating this for yourself, you're going to struggle. I literally send the same message. I'm not snazzy like Johnny. I send the same message to everybody. The only thing I'm doing for prospecting is I'm looking for people who are open. If someone says they're open, great. I am unattached to the outcome. I don't care if you're open or not open. I want the best for everyone on the planet, but I'm not attached to the outcome. But I am asking if you're open. That's it. Are you open? And most human beings want to be open. And some say, no, thank you. And you're like, great, thank you for letting me know. Bye. Next. I am willing for this to be easy. Raise your right hand. One last time. Let's go. I am willing for this to be easy. High five.
To be easy.
Bye, everyone. Love you. That was amazing. Thank you, Kim and Johnny.
Fantastic. Thanks, legends.